everyone, and welcome back to Tale Inferno. And just like that, we have closed the chapter on the first month of 2026. Where did January even go? While I expected an uptick in content, life and work just kind of got the better of me, so it didn't really quite go as planned. However, that is the beauty of Tale Inferno. It's a place for me to share my love for all things storytelling in a no expectations, creative environment, so while there wasn't as much content as expected, I still had a lot of fun. With that being said, let's wrap it up. I published 2 book reviews on Tale Inferno in January, which completed the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros, as it currently stands, noting I am waiting with bated breath for the release of book 4. That of course means that I reviewed Iron Flame as well as Onyx Storm, so go check the reviews out on the Tale Inferno website. I also published the very first standalone blog and vlog. Huzzah! I had originally planned to do a one-on-one on some basic punctuation and then felt inspired by the topic of beginnings. Why? Well, because it's the beginning of the year, of course. So instead of a 101, y'all got a Let's Talk About It blog and vlog, all about the concept and the importance of beginnings. You can view it in written and video form on the Tale Inferno website. Due to how busy things got for me over January, both personally and work-related, I was only able to get 2 episodes out for the story analysis journey of Dragon Age Origins. These were episodes 10 and 11, one where Amara's skill in missing literally everything comes to the fore, and the other in my favourite place of the whole game, the Fade. Sarcasm, you know, that wonderful place. If you know, you know. You can view both these episodes on the Tale Inferno YouTube channel. I can say that as I record this, the next episode has been recorded and is in the process of being edited, so make sure you go subscribe to the Tale Inferno YouTube channel so you don't miss it. And if you follow along on social media, you would have also seen a couple of clips published, including a video from episode 10 of the Dragon Age Origins playthrough, and some impressions before reading and feelings after reading videos. It's been a lot of fun coming up with these short form videos, and I look forward to capturing more things like this in future, so that when things do get busy, we're all still connecting with our love of storytelling. I got through 3 books in January, which I'm pretty happy about after being so busy with life and work. However, I will admit, reading does calm me down a lot, so it really shouldn't be that surprising. The first book I finished reading in January was Alchemized by Sen-Lin Yu, and let's just say, I don't think I've emotionally recovered, and I don't think I ever will. This easily got a 5 out of 5 from me, which sets the bar really high for every other book that I plan on reading this year. An incredibly tragic tale, all while weaving through a romance in a world of just awful, awful things. I think I'm going to struggle with writing the review for this book because I don't think I'll find the right words to truly express all of my emotions that I felt while reading it. I then moved on to Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and I'm going to be honest, I could not help but laugh that it starts off with a guy that has no memory of recent events. Like, it's the same as Alchemized in that sense. Anyway, it is a very different vibe to Alchemized. Project Hail Mary took my sad emotions and gave me a really good chuckle and had me so drawn in to the world of sci-fi. It's been a really long time since I have read a sci-fi book, so while it took me a bit of time to get into it, and I'm going to be honest, it was about halfway through that I really got into it, I enjoyed where I ended up, so I gave it a 3.75 out of 5. That then led me to Robin by Rose Harvey, which is the first book in Harvey's The Order series. As you can tell, I'm a fantasy girly, so after finishing a sci-fi, I jumped right back into my comfort zone. Robin is a shorter fantasy book than what I would usually read, so I struggled a little bit with the quick shifts between events, emotions, and reactions, particularly as it goes through quite a bit for such a short story. However, Harvey's style suits the book, and I loved the unique premise of like the order of song, traveling between realms via song, and how the travel works with the movement of the portals, so I gave it a solid 3.25 out of 5. Honestly, it's really interesting, and I'm having a really good time with the next book in the series called Nightwalker, which is from a different character's perspective. The changing of protagonists between books is something that I absolutely adore when it comes to series of books. It just adds a whole new layer of depth. I also love it in my video games too, looking at you, Dragon Age. With that being said, this leads me to the short form videos I've been publishing to the Tale Inferno socials that I mentioned earlier. This was specifically to Facebook and Instagram. As mentioned in my last wrap up, I tried out something new, which was publishing my first impressions of Alchemized before I started reading it. In January, I followed this up with my feelings after reading Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu, which gave me the opportunity to provide my raw, unfiltered feelings straight after closing the book, or I should say after I'd finished crying my eyes out. These before and after videos are a lot of fun and allow me to give y'all first impressions so that you can laugh at me when I'm totally wrong or off the trail with it, as well as provide a quick short review and rating of the books prior to you getting the longer form review later down the track. So if you don't follow Tale Inferno on social media, you are missing out. So go check out and follow the Facebook and Instagram channels so that you can go view these videos. For each book I started and finished, there's a short video of me providing my first impressions and feelings after reading them. So yeah, just go check them out. Now that we've finished reviewing the books that currently make up the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros, we'll be moving into reviewing the Black Death duology by Minette Walters. I wasn't quite sure what to expect heading into the first book, The Last Hours, but ended up being really pleasantly surprised, and I really enjoyed both of the books that make up the duology. So I'm really looking forward to diving into those reviews. Then I'll follow it up with a video to wrap that series up. Following the review of the Black Death duology will be the Tethered Citadel trilogy by David Hare. I was intrigued by the series as I absolutely loved the Moontide Quartet by David Hare, and I'm glad that I went on the journey with it, although one book did take me quite a while. I think it was a bit over a month to read. Will I get all of these books and series reviews published in February? We'll just have to see how we go. As per the usual, I will be continuing my story analysis journey of the Dragon Age video game series. As mentioned earlier, I'm already editing episode 12 of my Dragon Age Origins playthrough, so that should come out sooner rather than later to the Tale Inferno YouTube channel. I am still determined to get another video game playthrough started as well. However, we'll see how it goes. I've been listening to a lot of Assassin's Creed video game soundtracks recently, so I'm really wanting to jump into that series. I've played a few of them before, so it won't be a first time playthrough, but some of them I haven't, so I'm really keen, and the music is just really getting me motivated and inspired to do so. But on the other side, I really want to play the Outer Worlds 1 and 2. Anyway, we'll see what happens in February, and if I do get to start and choose to start another playthrough, what choice I end up making. I've got a couple of throwback book reviews that I'm interested at looking at this month, but I just can't decide what book I'll go with. I've either got the book that I think is probably one of the hardest books I've ever read, and a book about bike riding. Maybe both will get their time in the sun this month. Keep an eye out on the website and on social channels to see what I decide to go with. After the fun time I had with my first Let's Talk About It video about beginnings, we'll see what sparks my interest and inspiration in February. Maybe it'll be this elusive 101 video I keep mentioning, or maybe something else will grab my attention. All in all, February 2026 is lining up to be a month of decisions, which isn't great for me because I am incredibly indecisive, but that might be great for you because that means I may just try and do it all. While there may not have been as much content as I anticipated this month, I still had a great time and I hope you did too. And while there are a few decisions I do need to make for February, I'm excited nonetheless to the endless possibilities and opportunities for Tale Inferno. If you want to keep up to date with what comes out in February 2026, follow on social media, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out Tale Inferno on the Storygraph and Goodreads, and all of that cool stuff. I've linked it all in the copy of wherever you're watching this from for your ease. Here's to an exciting February 2026. See ya!